Good evening, my name is Modi Apparandus, and welcome to the alpha for Griftlands. I've had my eye on this game for a very long time. It's developed by Klei, first of all here, who we know from great games like Don't Starve, Invisible Ink. They do like Hot Lava, they do all kinds of cool stuff. A lot of good stuff comes out of Klei, and this is going to be no exception. This is a turn-based tactical negotiation / combat game. It's a roguelike game where we're going around as this grifter in this kind of dystopian world, and we're making decisions, having conversations, trying to negotiate bargains and negotiate release of captives or whatever, and also fighting people that need fighting and killing those that need killing. But mostly it's just like a lot of different card games built into one. It's a little bit of Slay the Spire, it's a little bit of roguelike, it's a lot of different things that we like, and this is right up my alley. Like I said, I've been on this game for a long time, waiting for it to come out, and it's finally here. It is in alpha right now, so it's not fully complete. Obviously, there's some missing features. I think it's going to be in alpha for about a year, I believe, but they will be doing updates to it every couple weeks, it seems like. I believe it's on Epic Game Store right now. I don't know if it's on Steam or not, but definitely it's on Epic Game Store. And the developer was nice enough to send me a copy of it so I could check it out for you guys today. As I said, it just came out on alpha, so you can check it out for yourself if you're interested, but we'll be playing this for a little bit because it is exciting and I enjoy it. Let's get into Griftlands and start a brand new run. Pick an empty save slot here. We have our only character available right now is Sal in Murder Bay. Sal is a bounty hunter with a chip on her shoulder and a glint in her eye. Sal escapes the life of servitude to claim the ultimate bounty and get her revenge. So there's all kinds of unlocks we can do. There's new characters coming eventually. I'll explain all this that I can on the way. I played a little bit of the game to get familiar with it because it is a complex game. Once you understand it, though, it's not that bad. Every character, I can get into it right now. Every character has a negotiation deck and a battle deck. The negotiation deck is used for talking to people, convincing them of things, trying to negotiate better prices, trying to like slip past guards. This is where you're chatting. You're trying to winnow the person's resolve down so you can convince them of whatever you want to convince them of. The cards all do different things. There's Composure, which is basically defensive cards. There's these Threaten cards, which are hostility cards. And then there's Diplomacy cards, like these green ones here. All of it wraps up into a neat little game of kind of defense and attack and that kind of thing. We also can get into combat when needed. See our battle deck here. We can throw some elbows if we need to. We can do some stabby. We get defense and that kind of thing. Pretty standard fare. Lots of cards to do. Lots of ways to change the deck around and upgrade things and buy new things, get rid of things. It's very much just kind of a tactical roguelike kind of card game, and it's very, very interesting. Anyways, I think that's enough of that. Let's get into the game here and see how we can do with Sal today.
You're a bounty hunter. You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers. The work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends. Now, you're back home for the first time in 10 years. But freedom comes with its own dangers, and making a living in Havaria won't be easy. Here, the gangs are feral, the law enforcement are corrupt, and the people are treated like chattel, indebted to merciless criminals. Criminals like Cassio, the ruthless debt broker who sold you to the Derricks in the first place. But now, Cassio's grip has weakened, and there's a bounty on her head too rich to ignore. You'll die before you go into debt again, and so will she, if you have your say. Your first stop is a dive called the Groggendog, where an old friend will help you get your revenge, provided you can prove yourself.
So this is slightly different now because I've done this once before. Fish is our old school buddy who we've just rolled back in town. The story here is that Cassio is our former owner, basically, and now she's fallen on hard times. She has a bounty on her head, and Sal here is trying to get up enough resources and capital to take a run at Cassio, her former captor. And yeah, that's the basic idea. We got to kind of build up influence in order to make a run at Cassio and get revenge, and also earn a bit of money in the process. There you are. I started to think you got mugged before you even made it through the door. Faith moves me, Fish, but I do feel ready for a fight. Like my blood is pumping, you know? Should serve me well against Cassio. First breath of fresh air in 10 years, and he gets straight to the point. You won't get anywhere without making some friends. Get your bearings, and maybe tomorrow we can talk about Cassio. Let me give you something. People leave the damnedest things behind the bar. Okay, so we can get a new negotiation card, or upgraded negotiation card, rather. We can get Amnesiator, which is a... Next card played is played twice. Destroy it and destroy after one use. So destroy basically removes cards permanently from your deck. They're one-use items. There's the rugged compression gear. Increases our max health by 2 and max resolve by max health by 8 and max resolve by 2. That seems like a pretty decent thing to grab. Let's do that. So our max health is now 73. Our resolve is 38. This is what we use to negotiate. This is what we use to do combat. Fish gives you something to start every time you start over. Very handy, that gear. We can find out more. I'll go through a little bit of this here quickly. There's a lot of conversations to have. To kind of get a sense of the land here, let's ask about Havaria. Help me get my bearings. It's been a long time since I was last in Havaria. It's dirty and broken like always. If debt brokering was bad when you were a kid, it's worse now. Half the population is indentured, and them's that hold contracts sell them to pay off their own. No wonder customs was so uptight on my way back in. Must be a lot of fraud. That ain't the half of it. The Admiralty is pushing for an official annex. They want to make everyone real Deltrian citizens with papers and everything. In Havaria? You're joking. They say it'll stop illegal debt brokering. Now anyone with a hand in labor contracts is real ornery, from the poor to the powerful. You can imagine the reaction. I can. So it sounds like the Admiralty is kind of this federal agency coming in and telling us that we're all citizens now and putting us under their rules. Kind of a Firefly situation. It's like the beginning of the Firefly with the brown coats and all that stuff. Reminds me of that a little bit. Trying to annex the outer worlds. The annex can't be a popular move. Most come here to get away from the Admiralty. It ain't. Both the spree and the cult are in arms about it. The sprees because they're criminals. The cult because they profit off the labor more than anybody. No need to tell me that. The cult's holding a big shindig in a few days. Their usual wheeling and dealing in the name of the divine. Word is the Admiralty's going to use it to make their proposition. Mandatory citizenship. It's going to need to be a mighty good pitch to convince the cult. And I wouldn't put it past the spree to set fire to the whole affair if they can. Fish casts a dour eye over the bar. It's like a garden on the near side of winter. I love that. It's good writing. Suffice to say, kid, the tensions are real high. You'd be smart to keep your head down instead of looking for trouble. Well, I don't have a choice here. I gotta get some cash here. Gotta get some contacts. So what do I owe you for this, Fish? Cut my takings? Ash, no. I left my bounty hunting days behind me. I owed your parents once. I don't like leaving debts unsettled, even the dead folks. And they were decent people, Sal Fallon. Watch you don't end up like them. You know, even when you pay off the debts, the Derek still owns your name. I'm an Ick Derek now. Or so they tell me. Yeah, it's a messed up bladder whack. Bladder rack? Bladder rack, though. Yeah. Ick Derek. Okay, so the surname of all indentured workers consigned to the cult's offshore Lumen Derricks. And Derek, offshore Lumen platform. Indentured laborers work there. Okay. So there's a lot of indentured servitude going on around here, if you haven't noticed. Kind of the whole deal. You lined up work for me real fast. You like some kind of mover here? Nah, I just know people and people know me. You don't need to go after Cassio, kid. I have enough work to keep you busy. I spent my childhood in a lumen pipe because of her. And now she's worth more money than either of us can count. And she's more dangerous than either of us can figure. You go after her, she'll clap back with a knife in each kidney. I may have extras to spare, but you only got 2. I've worked off a lifetime's debt in 2 years just so I could be back here and settle the score. If you were my friend, you would be telling me to drop it. Aw, hesh. That ain't what I meant. You know it ain't. I'll give you a roof and a bed and at least one good meal a day. You live your life the way you want. It's yours. I'll pay you back. I know you will. Let's get you working. Okay, so let's go pick a job here. She got some jobs for us to go around here. We got people in my pocket only favor Lux, Rux, and Helit. Lux is a spree thug. Rux is a feud citizenry bartender. And Helit is an Admiralty guard. They're easy people to find. Tell them I sent you and they'll sell your tab by giving you work. Get that done and I'll get you a plate of popped Ocean new eyes on the house. Delicious. Yum. Bless your warty hide, fish. I'll hold you to that. All right, so we got to pick a job here on the overworld map. So we have this one really close here. Recon Enforce. Investigate a wilderness location for signs of illegal activity. This is the one for... who is this one? Doesn't tell us who it's for. This is probably the one for the guard, right? It's a combat one focus. This one's a negotiation focus. Secret shopper. Lux has a package ready at Better Living Chemists, but can't pick it up. We get a restoration at the end of that one. And maybe this would be a good one to do second then. Let's see. Private security. Rux has heard that bandits are coming to rob his store and is looking for help defending his property. So that's going to be a combat one for sure. So we got 2 combats and a negotiation. I want to do the negotiation after we lose some health here. So let's do a recon enforce. Investigate a wilderness location for signs of illegal activities. And we can remove a card from over our decks for the reward there, and we get a starting bonus. As you're passing through by a bubbling tar pit, you hear a high-pitched whine from somewhere nearby. Looking around, you spot a lone coyote pup struggling in the clotted black mud. Ow! Okay, so we can choose to rescue, lose 13 HP. Well, that sucks. Or just ignore the pup and move on. Yote, huh? Should we save the yote? Let's save the yote. I'm coming to get you, buddy. Lost 13 HP. You anchor yourself in a nearby stump before stepping carefully into the tar. Freeing the pup is a labor, and you choke down the sour air of the tar pit under the exertion. Back on dry land, the pup finds a clean patch of skin above your brow to lick with its scratchy tongue. Yap! Yeah. All right, we got a meat shield. The dog's name is Meat Shield. That's awesome. It's 20 health. I mean, that could be very, very useful for all intents and purposes here. All right, so we're still heading to Recon Enforce. Heading up to the wilderness. It's a good place for me and Yote here. So we have the bar here. We can talk to some people around here. The only thing to talk to for the quest is Halit. We can find out what everybody else is about. There's Ulo. Ulo doesn't often ask for help, so it says volumes of how much crime has come to a head in Murder Bay. It's called Murder Bay. What do you expect? Nevertheless, she's tenacious enough to see the Admiralty to victory and cunning enough to navigate the quagmire of bureaucracy and corruption in the ranks, while still coming out on top. This uniform itches like you wouldn't believe. So she's Admiralty then, huh? We can't really do anything with her right now. What is Cadwa? He's a vendor. Hey, you got something to sell? The name Cadwa comes from an old folk story about outsmarting a cruel foreman. But as a bureaucrat, this Cadwa definitely has the upper hand. Well met, traveler. So we could buy some cards. We got 75. We can buy any of these, actually. We can buy a battle card. Targets all enemies. Replenishes. When a card is drawn, you draw, so it's draw another card, basically. Apply wound to exposed and 1 use, though. It's an item, right? All of these are going to be destroyed at 1 use, so I don't know if I want to buy any items right now. Let's just go without it and see how we can do. Worry about spending money later. Halit. It's hard to believe Halit has a reputation for being a bit of a Casanova. But then you always were immune to such charms. I love that voice. Keep on the good side of the Admiralty, and your livelihood will benefit all the more for it. Recon Enforce. I spent half my life trudging through the Hesh-forsaken wilderness looking for bandits and smugglers that almost never show up. It's enough to make a person reconsider life's decisions. Can I pay you to take one of my patrol points today? It will give me more time to contemplate the inherent loneliness of my existence. Investigate a wilderness location for signs of illegal activity. All right, let's do it. So, Reckless Swing we can get. We can do 5 and discard a card. We have 1 damage. So here's the cost. This is the damage. And this is the effects down here. This one just discards your hand, draws 5 new cards, and expends. Remove from the rest of battle. So it's kind of just to refresh your deck. That one's pretty much a solid card overall. Reckless Swing could be bad unless I have a card that I don't want to have. That's pretty solid. 5 damage for 1 cost, though. Let's do it. I'll even give you the choice of location. Oh, thanks for that. The woods are home to the spree, nasty characters mostly interested in violence. I mean illegal violence, not the Admiralty flavor. The beach is used by Jakes to unload contraband. They're a bit violent, but better armed. There's killing to be had on either spot if you got the stomach for it. Elite drifts off, clearly thinking about how much they like killing stuff. We could negotiate with him for a better deal. His resolve's only 10 on this. We probably could win that one fairly easily. Let's just do that to show you what the negotiations will look like here. So best I can tell, he has the dog is run over to his side now and is attacking me somehow for some reason. He looks like he's attacking me. At the end of Elite's turn, deal 2 resolve to a random opponent's argument. So I don't know if it's attacking his arguments or my arguments. That's the thing. It seems like it's attacking his arguments. So really, I only got to worry about 4 coming in. So this is what he's coming in. This is my resolve that I have left. If this drops to 0, that's bad. I can no longer do any negotiations. The goal is to reduce his down to 0, but we're also trying to get more money here. So if we reduce one of these down, we can get 74 more shills. We can get 39 more shills. Reduce by 25% at the end of your turn when destroyed. Elite gains 1 impatience. You will lose the negotiation. If you lose the negotiation, you lose all bonuses. So we need to break these things open by doing damage to them and then win the negotiation as well. We do have a little bit of damage to worry about here, so I'm going to gain some composure to deal with that, I think. That we don't lose any of our well-fought resolve. Our resolve persists between battles here too, so we need to make sure we're not like spending everything we can on a single event here. I'm going to pay attention to how this one works. I'm not exactly sure how the coyote here works. Fast talk or threaten. I should probably go after one of these things here and try to get some more cash. Should I go after the big one right away for 8, or should I go after the little ones for 3? I think I'm going after he gains 2 impatience, or 1 impatience. Impatience gives more damage to his arguments. Yeah, it's interesting. And they also looks like it boosts his resolve. Yeah, his arguments deploy with +2 resolve. That's not great. So we don't want to give him too much here. We can't do 2 of these things. I think we just got to focus on 1. I got to go for the 8 then, I think. Got to get that big one. All right, so we got that blocked a little bit. We can either insert some dominance. Dominance gives us extra damage. Or we can go influence, and the influence is spent by... Diplomacy cards can deal maximum damage if we have influence. Ooh, that might be useful. So we do 3 for each of these then. I have 2 short actions left according to down here, so we have to decide what we want to do here. I think what I'll do is this seems more long-term better. Let's do this. Let's grab that influence, play it. Now I don't know if I get to keep that at the end of my turn though. So we get 3 no matter what. I don't know if the influence sticks around or not. Let's do it. Down to 5. Okay. Let's end turn. So the dog did attack me for some reason. I don't know what the point of the dog is then. I'm not sure. The dog does not seem to be helping me at all. So my influence remained. And I get to do maximum damage with these then, which is good. I can gain some composure because he's doing some 2 to 4 here. All right, he's going to attack my argument here. Planted evidence. When this argument is dismissed, deal 2 damage to the argument's owner. Okay, so that's going to, when he attacks this thing and destroys it, it's going to do damage to me. And then also these damage gets recycled back over to me. So I'm going to take a bunch of damage here. If I can get 5 to him here, though, it'd be great. It'd be worth it to get that. All right, so we got 55 on that one. 55 more shills. Now he's going to do more damage to everything when he deploys them, and he's going to gain more back, too. He's going to kill this argument off. It hits me, too. And the dog comes in again. I just don't know the point of the dog. I really don't. Oh, he's got 7 left. We can definitely take him out, though. I think we're just going to take our 55 and go. See you, buddy. So we can pick a negotiation card now. We can get a better threaten card here. It's play once for each available action. That's fun. There's a press. If this card dismisses an argument, gain 1 dominance. Fun. Or gain influence. Well, let's try this one. It's 2-1 to 4, and if we kill with it, it gets dominance. Might be good. All right, give you extra 55 shills if you finish the job. It spent a lot of resolve on that battle, though. 115 shills, though, for winning. So let's do back to the map here. Do I go for the woods patrol point or do I go for the smugglers over here? They said these guys were better armed. I think we should probably take it easy and go to this one over here. You stumble through the underbrush to the designated clearing. There's nothing here but trees and rocks. Oh, and a horde of slavering coyotes. You're going to fight your way out of this one. Defend yourself. All right. Oh, maybe that was his dog, not mine. Maybe he doesn't help me negotiations. Meat shield probably isn't very good for negotiations at all. We have some damage coming in, so I'm going to defend a little bit here. That blocks a little bit of damage here, and then we have these guys here. So the way the combat works here is they have a surrender point. That's the white part. If I take their health all the way down, that will kill them. But they might surrender, and I can accept their surrender at a certain point here. Let's do this one because it's going to discard a random card. I don't really care if it does. Let's focus on one of these guys. Oh, it doesn't discard random. That's even better. We have one more action left. Let's do it. You'll panic after receiving 10 damage or more. Okay. Gained some power there, it looks like. Took some big damage over it. All right. So, we have 15. We have a bunch of damage coming in. He's taking 7 right now from meat shield, it looks like. I think what we want to do is apply some defense to take care of some of that damage coming in. All right, that's 6. Blocks some of that at least. And then let's stab for the other one here. Sounds good. All right. Looks like poor meat shield here is bleeding a little bit. He's gonna surrender here in a second. We'll panic this turn. Panic's unable to act. Will act in 3 turns. When attacked, will lower by 1. That's all right. He's almost got that one done. All right, he's panicking. He ran off. That's fine. I'm all alone. That's all right. We can still win. He's got 9 left. I bet you I could take him down right now if I'm careful. Looks like a status effect will be applied. Oh, that's not good. Let's try to avoid that if we can. Ran away. That's good. Yeah, we're one guy left. Insert hammer's grip or saber grip into your hand. Let's do this. I want to try this out. Gains 2 combo. So where does my combo go? Right there. Combo points are accumulated until they are spent by a finisher. Didn't get him down low enough. 2 more damage, he'll panic. That's good. Oh, he's fine. Okay, good. Ran away. Good. All right, victory. Winning a battle restored 4 resolve. That's good. All right, we can get a shoulder roll. Gain 2 defense per combo. Regain your spent combo next turn. Or, if this card was improvised, it costs 0 until the end of the turn. Piercing. Or apply bleed. I like that. They take damage equal to the count of bleed, then half the bleed count. So it lasts for a couple turns then. It lasts for 1 turn or 2 turns. So it'll take 2 damage, and then it'll go down to 1. It's like 1 damage, then it'll go down to 0. All right. Well, we got some resolve back. Anything else to explore here? No bandits for you, but sorry, buddy. Sorry, Elite. All right, man. I didn't get any bandits for you. You've returned. You know what? I don't care what was out there. If you made it back alive, it can't be that dangerous. I'll just say it was empty. It'll save me the paperwork. You got 115 shills and remove a card. Okay. So we can take a look at our battle cards and remove something that's not very good. Like one of these elbow strikes, maybe. They're not very good. That seems right to me. All right. Very cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Griftlands. We'll be back to explore more of the area here. Continue this run next time. I'll do a full run of this though until we die, and it's a roguelike, so we die, we come back again. But yeah, we'll keep going here next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like. Show your support. If you're new to the channel, leave a subscribe. Come back again. Hope you see something you like around here. And leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the game here. It looks very, very cool. Like I said, it's on Epic Game Store right now. Will be coming to Steam, I think, also at some point. So check it out. Could be very, very interesting. It's a good one to keep an eye on, I think. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.